Okay, so due to the lack of motivation to actually edit, I'm just gonna be using my mic because it saves me like 1 hour or so on editing. Anyways, the current version of the game is part 2 of many various variants that vary from big to small. Even though the game's front page says that there's a gun game mode inside the game, there isn't actually one. It seems like they removed it or something. I'm not too exactly sure why. As for the map that I'm currently showing on the screen right now, it's Sunken Heights. The map that they removed probably because people kept on drowning in it. There's now no more places to drown on the map, but there also doesn't seem to be a hidden dark heart anywhere on the map as well. As you can see, I'm going around the map trying to figure out like if there's actually a invisible wall somewhere that you can enter and find dark heart, but I can't seem to find anything. Also in this new update, they added the new experimental perk called Bounty Hunter. It makes you deal 25% more damage to the person in the first place with 15 plus kills, which is highly unlikely. You're probably never gonna see this activate because the person's already in first place in like teams matches. That means they're probably gonna be hard to kill or they're running all over the place and on point. So you're probably never gonna kill them, and it's not that helpful in general. As you can see here, you can see the person in the first place drew the wall, but like if you're going to be only going after the person in the first place, you might as well just use chain and sickle or something to go drag them away from the attack. Other than that, I don't see any reason to use this perk at all. And they also got rid of the perk taunt for some reason. I'm not sure why. Probably because no one was just using it yet. Alright, next up we got the skins that they just recently added. Alright, so we got 3 skins for the Equinox blades. Uh, the they're both just a pickaxe and something else, but they're just all the same but different colors and yeah. I mean, I guess it's not the original, but then again, they all look cool and they all cost 1,000 V-bucks, which is a lot of V-bucks. I don't see how you're ever gonna get this much in a normal amount of time. Then we got green epic sauce. Yeah, it's just green epic sauce. Now we are at healing staffs. The healing staffs are all just a gravestone tome staff or something. I'm not too exactly sure what reference this is supposed to be from. Same thing with Equinox blades. It's just a copy of the other weapons, but just recolored and reskin. All costs 1,000 V-bucks. Now there will be a cut in the video due to me forgetting to record the 2 extra skins. One for the Slipknot, which is called Carbon Steel. It turns the bow black. And another skin for the Atmo Blaster, in which it turns into some kind of Ghostbusters gun thing. I don't know. I never really watched the thing. Now, temper strategies for Scythe Donkey users. So, as you can see now, Scythe Donkey doesn't work anymore because that's yeah, it was too broken, and now there's a 6-second delay in which after you do a Scythe World, you can't dunk on them anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but yeah, you now can't dunk on people anymore and get a free win. The first new weapon variant of the update is the guitar, which you can use the variant strum. Strum is essentially what it does when you use your right click or middle or your M2, I guess. You activate self healing for people around you, and it uses up all your action points, like all. So basically, you can't use sprint with it anymore or jetpack. And it also changes the M1 in to a burst of damage, not like a hold down damage thing where you use all your mana. So you try to use an ability that either uses a lot of mana quickly, like Life Tether. Oh, of course, you can just use the Fracture Star for startling speed and deal damage move fast. That is a very good alternative. Not sure why I didn't use it in the video because I'm a dumbass. Next up, we got the Swirl version of the Summoner Codex. So this one is a little bit weird. Instead of just spamming your Phoenix everywhere, you gotta right click on the person in order to go send your Phoenix to go chase after a dude and traumatize them while they wonder why is the Phoenix following them instead of standing still in place. Because nobody in the world uses Swirl. The weird thing about this Summoner Codex is that the Phoenix never heals you. You just have to straight up deal damage and hope you get kills in order to heal back all your HP. And well, it's not really reliable since, people deal so much damage and chasing after Codex player, it's not that hard. And Ghost Walker cannot save you this time. Anyways, how to go play this version of Codex is not that hard. What you have to go do is just press your 1, 2, 3 number keyline button, so that way you can use your Phoenix form and spam the debuff everywhere. In my opinion, the M1 swirl is not that helpful unless you're doing payload or something. Other than that, like, I see no reason to go use that instead of just relying on your Phoenix to go get kills, like what you usually can with Codex. Alright, next up, we got a variant of Bloxicola, Red Stop. It's basically you summon a vending machine that can either tank damage or heal others when you throw your own Bloxicola at it, which deals damage to it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it just does that. Anyways, it heals others in a pretty big radius around it and gives overhealth. So essentially, if you place down like a vending machine and keep on striking at it, you will eventually gain a lot of overhealth for you and your team. So if you equip mutual benefit, you're just gonna keep on regenerating and stuff. So yeah, it's really not that hard to live with Bloxicola now. The problem with Bloxicola is that you can't utilize combo meal ability anymore because you can't just drink your Bloxicola to get rid of the heavy debuff. Okay, now we're up to the variant of Slipknot, Tempo. So basically the gimmick of this Slipknot is that you have limited ammo of 12 arrows. Now, if you get a kill with it, which is the final strike, not not getting an assist with it, you regain all your arrows. Or when you land a quick kick on someone. So what you usually have to go do with this spell is be very aggressive and use your M2, which is now a grapple, to go near your enemies to quick kick them in order to go get all your ammo back. I don't utilize the quick firing in this video because I find it like pretty hard to pull off and not that helpful to me, because I don't want to waste arrows and I just want to land headshots and melee people, I guess. Alright, next up we got a Tommy Gun variant, which is a Fallout New Vegas variant that is literally called New Vegas for some reason. Anyways, what you have to go do here is hold down your right click and try and land as much shots as possible. What you do after hitting them a certain amount of times on the leg, arms, body, or head, you inflict debuffs on them, like down, daze, stun, that type of stuff. It's good for people who can land their shots, and if you can't, well, you're just bad at the game, and you should probably just get better. Now, what I feel about the variant is that it's really hard to go pull off the status effect, because you gotta hit the same body part multiple times, and that's pretty hard to do when Tommy Gun has spread. So, yeah, you're not gonna be like inflicting status effects anytime soon, and having a limited amount of ammo just makes it even worse. And besides, when you're in scope mode, you walk slower and you actually shoot slower for some reason. And as you saw there, even though I downed that person twice by breaking their arm and head, I still couldn't kill them because I basically ran out of ammo at the end. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate for such a unique concept. Oh yeah, and the effects are not permanent as well. So like, if you make someone's arm or head go to 70%, it doesn't stay that way after you end your right click. So basically, if you reload, all the effects that you just did are essentially useless. Alright, next up we got chakrams, and they nerfed this thing practically to the ground. So the first variant gives you piercing, but doesn't give you dashes anymore when you hit someone. Okay, the second version doesn't have piercing, but allows you to dash after hitting someone. The problem with this is that the dashes apparently get nerfed when you try and dash away from someone instead of dashing towards your own bullet. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Alright, next up we got a variant of rocket launchers, which instead of true melee, it's just the complete opposite. You can only fire rockets now and you can't do melee attacks. This, I think, is better than true melee in the original version, because its M2 fires more rockets the more consecutive hits you get with it. So essentially, you could dish out like 75 damage in in a time span of 3 seconds. Like this is very good. Next up, we got the fist variant, which essentially changes the normal fist into a rhythm game, in which if you hit the right beat, you deal a lot of damage. Huh, kind of reminds me of a certain character from another fighting game. Ah, right, that guy. Anyways, if you're really good at rhythm games, then yeah, you're probably good with this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be good with this variant of this, but yeah, if you like it, then just use it. No one's gonna stop you. And yeah, that's the entire video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, please subscribe and like. I don't know.